Hey, y'all. How are you? I'm always forgetting my headphones. Hey, hey, hey. Yes, we're back in action. We're back in action. We have restored the ability to come to you live. Yes, we have restored that for you. So, how are you guys this day, this afternoon? I hope you are having and you had an amazing day. And if you have not completed your day, I hope that the rest of your day is going to be amazing. And where am I? I am just trying to get back in because I'm late and that threw me off because we had no internet, we had no phone, we had no cable. It was like, what? So now we're back. The internet is back on, the phone is back on, the cable's back on. They had to go down the street and figure something out and then come back and then go back down the street. Whew. So that's why I'm a little late, but I'm here and I'm glad because this is your girl, Dr. TOD, with what? Sustainable Business Solutions and Sustain Your Biz Academy. I created Sustain Your Biz Academy for what? To help women of color, usually around the 30s, 40s, and even 50s, in the health and wellness industry to what? Sustain their biz. And it is important for me to play both sides. You have the emotional and you have the business side. And today and this week, I want to give you a touch on my coaching style. And one of the things that I always encourage people to do when they come and they call me is to really dive and dig deep into what their fears are because we all have them, right? So, what is it about it that really stops us from doing the things that we need to do in our lives, whether it's personal or business? And if you're an entrepreneur, that those two kind of go hand in hand. And a lot of times we forget that. I know I have done that in the past. I've been in practice for over 22 years. And I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a CEO, and just trying to balance it all. And how did I get started in this? And what made me push through some of my fears is what I'm going to talk to you a little about this week. So just some notes. Let me know where you're watching from. If you are watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay. If you are liking anything that I am talking about throughout this, put your information in there. Let me know what's going on. If you are liking what you hear, put V for value, and then I'll go back. If you want to be a part of an amazing community, I want you to head on over to Med is My Biz, where the individuals in there are amazing. Some have their own businesses. Some are in the medical field. Some, are just getting started and where they want to be. But it's a community. It's a tribe of women and probably one or two men that are really engaged in there and want to do more with their business and with their life. If they're in the health and wellness field, this is what I do. I coach you in there. And again, I've been doing it for 22 years. And I have never come on into this platform to be able to do this for you. Everybody just hits me up on the phone or Instagram or what have you. So as we're talking about that path of being courageous and being fearful, this is one of the things that I myself had to do was get over being fearful of speaking, online and speaking in public. I'm that person that I just give me what I need to do and I'm going to do it and I'm going to keep it moving. That's me. But even with my business, because it's mine, I already know what I need to do. And I, seek the the help that I need at times when I need it. And we talked about that before. But how are you gauging this moment between being courageous and fearful, especially in these times? Okay. So I'm going to see if I can share my screen a little bit for you, because I did not do that on Sunday, but I wanted to give you a little bit on Saturday, when I talked about the art of courage and what that is. You can go back and look at the feed. We went over about 6 steps. We had part one had 3, and part 2 had another 3. Okay. But what we need to talk about today is, what are you fearful about? What are you fearful? Are you fearful about being successful? Are you fearful, or you have fears about just jumping out and doing your own business? What are you fearful about? Put it in there. Let me know. What are you fearful about? So let's go through this. So sometimes we are so fearful that we just get in our own way. We just get in our own way. Sometimes we blind ourselves and we just don't even understand how much detriment we are doing to ourselves. So that's not the one I wanted. So we're just gonna have to go back. So just gonna show you a slide. I'm trying to get it up for you so you can see. There we go. Just probably need to make it smaller a little bit so that when we share it, it will come up. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So yeah, so let us go through this. Sorry about this. I, didn't have internet and was struggling to get back on here. Life happens, but you know what? I forged through this so that I can come before you today and talk about some ways of. So I'm going to see if I can share my screen just for a little poster I created. Let's see. And then there you can go in. Let me just, now you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff. All right. So there we go. So it's not in. Is it in? All right. So I need to probably take myself out for just a minute. There we go. So as we talk and as we move forward, then you have to either pick the courage part or the fear part. And I want you to get over your fear. Okay. I really want you to do that right now. Get over that fear. So I would say the first thing you need to look at or stop looking at is stop looking at other people. Stop looking at other people's successes because what they have is not what you have. And I had to do that for myself too. I had to look at what Dr. T wanted to do, what Tamara wanted to do. What do I want to do and how I want to make a difference in people's lives. I can't keep looking at what other people are doing because that's going to hinder me from doing what I want to do. So that's step number one. Stop looking at other people's successes because yes, they can be an example of what you want to do. Like if you want, do a health and wellness show, you need to look at how other people do it or did it. But if you're looking at it in the sense where I can't be that person or I can't do that, then that's going to impede you from moving forward. That's going to impede you for moving past where you need to start, right? If you keep looking at other people, you will never start. Okay, so that's number one. Then what you need to figure out is what problem can you solve? So for me, when I started my practice, although it was an optometry practice, I really felt as though that there was a need that nobody was touching. Even what I'm doing now, with coming to you with health and wellness business tips, what I'm finding is that nobody's doing this. Nobody is doing health and wellness business tips. At least I haven't found it. If you found somebody that does it, if you find somebody that does, put it in, send it to me because I haven't found anybody that's really helping health and wellness businesses sustain their business, right? So stop looking at other people's successes because you want to keep that courageous path. You want to get away from the fearful path. Then what problem are you trying to solve? You start with that solved problem or that solving issue and you move past that. Then what fear do you have? Once you figure that out, then that will keep you grounded, I would say. But then you have figured it out. So now you can seek help to get past that fear. So you understand what I'm saying? So what fear do you have? Is it fear of starting? Is it fear of failure? Well, you have to start in order to know whether or not you're going to fail at it, right? You're going to have to start in order to know if you're going to have a failure at it, okay? Then name that fear. So I'm just going to touch on that fear a little bit. Name that fear. Then once you name it, let it go. Let it go. Move it out, move it out, move it out. Because sometimes that fear hinders us from moving forward, right? It stops us from moving past where we need to be. So if you're that woman that wants to start, their own career or move from working for a practice or a hospital, or you want to start your own, go to Med is My Biz. On there, I'm going to give you some tools in there, as well as invite you to the ladies lounge where we are going to really talk about those things in there, because sometimes you need a tribe and you need other people that are within your realm to understand that you're not the only one that's going through it. You're not the only one that's fearful. You're not the only one that's trying to figure this thing out, or whatever your thing is may be similar to somebody else's, and you just might need that to jumpstart you from where you're going. So look out for the ladies lounge. Go to Med is My Biz on Facebook. Join the Let me put that on the scroll. Join the membership. Is free until the 31st, because then that will go up. I'm going to put that on there, and I believe it's above. So I need you to figure out what problem you want to solve, right? What problem do you want to solve? Well, first, stop looking at other people, right? Stop looking at other people. Look at yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Give yourself, affirmations. Put success across there. What does success look like for you? Then what problem can you solve? A lot of times we think that we have solutions to every problem, and we don't. But it will come to you to figure out what problem you want to solve. For me, I knew that there was a need in my community to be able to treat those that can't come to the doctor's office. So that's why I started the mobile eye care business. Nobody else was doing it. But had I been fearful of starting that, then I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be here today even talking to you. So also, I had to get over my fear of coming before people, because I'm always behind the scene. Like, I can talk to my patients, but being able to talk to a million people that I don't even know who's watching, that was scary for me. But I knew that I needed to get over that. I stated that problem, and I needed to get over that to push through. And that's how I started Sustain Your Business Academy. Had I not done that, I wouldn't be here with Sustain Your Business Academy, right? So just be mindful of that. And what fear do you have? Write it down and then let it go. Like, you know how they put something and you just put it in a balloon and just let it go. Get over that fear, because if you don't start, you will be so upset, related to, like, why didn't I start this? Don't you beat yourself up sometime? Why didn't I start this? Why didn't I do that? And you're going to say that because somebody else is going to come along and they're going to do it. And you're like, see, I had that same idea. So let me see how this is going, because on my screen, this is looking like I am just moving very slow, and I may have to reset and regroup what I'm saying, because I'm not liking what I'm seeing on screen. But although we had that talk, I may have to come back on if this doesn't look right. And if you're not hearing me, if you are hearing me and everything is fine for you, just put down value in there. Go over to Med is My Biz. Sign up for a free membership to Sustain Your Business Academy. This is your girl, Dr. T.O.D. I created Sustain Your Business Academy for women of color within the health and wellness industry to be able to sustain their business, providing sustainable business solutions, because I want you to win. Winning means welcoming in the new you, investing in yourself, and to never give up on you. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Be blessed.